Oh, hey, how's it going? That sure as hell didn't take long for somebody to show up. If you ever hear any weird noises in the background, it's because we've got some crazy strong winds tonight. Maybe I should find my power cord. Hey, Cash. Wow, you weren't kidding about keeping watch for my streams. Hey, babe, Cash is here. Cool. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm very, very glad to hear that. Yeah, Demi's in the other room right now. She's feeling a bit shagged out tonight, so it's just me for the stream. If it sounds a little bit weird in here, if you hear some weird noise, it's because we got a wicked windstorm going on outside right now. It's making all the slats and the blinds rattle and shake. Yeah, just in case you guys are wondering, this is simulcast on Picardo, Twitch, YouTube, and Ustream. Picardo acting weird for you, Cash? Oh, I see. Well, that's why I've got this combined chat window. It helps me see the chat from wherever it's coming from. Me included. I think a while back when I was early on in my streaming days on Picardo, I had totally confused somebody else for you, and then they openly asked me, "Why do you keep calling me Cash?" Mainly because I thought they were you. No worries, no worries. All it took was just me explaining to them that I thought they were someone else. So it wasn't a big deal. Oh Jesus, that that sounds like it's a lot of aggravation, without a doubt. By the way, I'm now really questioning my decision to do this classically. It's not until you're in the depths of in-betweens that you just realize, like, why the hell did I choose to do this? Nobody to blame but myself. Yeah. Well, yeah. That I who's kidding who? I know exactly why I chose to do this classically. This is that it's easy to forget. Um, it's easy to forget why uh, classical is so much work. And when you're just moving pre-made drawings around it, having to redraw everything, it just the workload just kind of piles up. Especially when you're doing fucking stripes. Stripes. Oh, hey, Pillowhead. The thing is, with stripes, you can get lost in your own line work so easily. Just checking, is the stream running okay for everybody? Just a quick status check. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, when it comes to lag, or like streaming lag, apparently, I did a little bit of online research about that. Apparently, it's pretty much everywhere, regardless of whatever platform you're streaming on. And believe it or not, I've read that it's even worse with HTML5. So I now have a fuller understanding as to why Picardo is taking its time with adopting HTML5, because it just looks like it's if they just full on switch over to HTML5 instead of flash streaming, apparently they introduce more lag problems. No, this is a commission for Ferret Face, or Scotty Arsenal, the guy that did the Commander Kitty comic strip. He has commissioned me to animate for him. So I've already done the rough pass, and I am doing my in-betweens tonight. Because in-betweens is a big job. And as you can see, it takes a lot of time. Well, he is an animator as well, but he asked me to animate this for him because he likes my work. Oops. Yeah, YouTube is, I believe their streaming tech is HTML5. So, like it's HTML5 from what I've read is first of all more compatible. Like it's compatible with more platforms like mobile, but it apparently introduces more lag issues. So yeah, take that for what you will. I have to say that ever since I did look up what the HTML5 streaming was all about, I now have a much fuller understanding as to why. Because I just read about all these people complaining that Picardo is behind the times and blah blah blah. They don't support this, they don't support that, and it's more informative to me now as to their reasons. And all it takes is just a little Googling. Oh, well, like the streaming platform for YouTube is great. From what I've seen of it so far, it seems really good. It's just it's now illustrating the difference between the Flash based streaming platform and the HTML5 based one. And where the hell have my lines gone? Did I not complete a line? I didn't even do a line. I missed this right here. There we go. Yeah, this windstorm outside the window is a very relaxing noise. Demo Weasel? No, I have not. Is that a streamer? Well, no, I haven't heard of them. Yeah, going with paper is that's how I started my career. But I'll be honest, it's the very expensive, like the very expensive way to do it. Like trust me, I would love to set up my old animation table and do things traditionally again. But I mean, I'd have to buy paper. I'd have to buy a hole punch for the the registration holes. Um, it required buying some equipment that I've simply run out of. When in contrast, I can just get some decent software like Toon Boom Harmony, and I don't need paper anymore. It's pretty much as simple as that. No way, man. No, paper is like you have to buy the paper. Like nobody's going to give you the paper for free. It's also a lot of waste. Normally, when I'm working at an animation studio and doing traditional animation for that studio, I'm not the one paying for the paper. The studio is. But, if you're just doing an independent project all on your own and doing it actually traditionally with, like proper pencils and paper, you got to buy all that stuff yourself. Yeah, at least with digital, you buy the software once, and gone are the days of the pencil and the cost and expense of the paper. That's one of the reasons why we coined the term tradigital, traditional digital animation. Besides, it's not just paper and pencil either. It's setting up a camera and putting together a proper pencil test machine. Because doing things with traditional paper and pencil animation, you have no way of testing your animation. Not like it is on the computer. You'd have to set up a camera and set up an old school pencil tester to be able to even see your animation. I think that's one of the considerations that a lot of people, like real idealists, who say, "Oh yeah, I would love to, I'm gonna drop everything, like fuck the computer, and just go and do everything on paper and pencil." They don't seem to take into consideration that it's not just paper and pencil and an animation disc and an animation desk. It's not just that. You need a lot more equipment, and equipment ain't cheap. Yeah, back when I was, I did the same thing. I didn't have a pencil test set up when I was freelancing, so not like the studio had. So I had taped up an old webcam just like you did, and used some pencil test software, and took my animation disc off of my desk and shot it straight from my animation disc to the webcam. And that was a really fucking stupid setup, but I mean it worked, but yeah, it was a stupid setup. Yeah, yeah, it is a lot more hard work, and yeah, they just what I meant by not what I meant by purist enthusiasts. I mean it's the ones that just they don't seem to take into they're more jazzed up about their idea than they are about thinking about how they're going to actually execute their plans. They seem to thumb their nose at the idea of doing everything on computer without really taking into consideration that yeah, you're gonna need a lot more equipment to do things on paper than you really are taking into consideration. Hey Scotty, how's it going? Just doing my boring old in-betweens. I've only gone 2 drawings in since I started streaming. You know, in reality, the tight pass stage is the stage that I find the most humbling, mainly because the tight pass stage is the stage where you start realizing that all your volume mistakes and stuff like that. Just like, oh God, what was I thinking here? What do you mean I caught you doing groceries? Are you ashamed? Are you ashamed of the fact that you're out doing groceries? Did I catch you doing something shameful? I think one of the things that I really don't like about doing the tight rough pass is my reliance on the onion skinning for the really tight in betweens. Personally, I see the onion skin. This goes way back to the days I was doing feature films and commercials, but I found that relying on the light table, or well, the onion skin, as you kids call it now, the reliance of that while you're animating, it really deadens your animation, and getting these really accurate in betweens is kind of a pain in the butt for me because I'm constantly relying on the damn onion skinning so that I get these perfect in betweens when it feels like a crutch to me. But oh well, in betweens is in betweens. It's the nature of the beast. Well, generally on the internet, you get people jumping down your throat when you try to refer to it as like the light table. They go, "What do you mean the light table? Are you talking about you talking about the onion skin? Jeez, old man, get your words right." That bullshit. Hell, I had some dipshit kid on DA call me a fake or a fraud because I told her off for being a little shithead, and she said, "You can't possibly be a professional animator because a professional animator would have been nicer to me." I told her to go fuck herself. I also wanted to tell her that I pity the poor bastard that has to be subjected to her portfolio on professional assessment day at whatever fucking college she was going to, because she was a real charmer. All this kid did was they basically went onto my my gallery on DA, and she wouldn't comment on anything I spent any amount of time on. But boy, you know, she would really lay in to anything I only spent like fucking 45 minutes animating just for a laugh. She'd lay into it saying like what a piece of shit it was, and you know, this person obviously isn't a real professional, blah blah blah, because I mean, look at how shitty this animation is, right? And I'm like, you do realize I animated that for a fucking joke, right? And then all of a sudden I was the asshole. Oh well. Not worth my time. Besides the fact I only spent, like I said, like 45 minutes animating it on a lunch break. Yeah, Pillowhead, I ain't touching that dude. You said it, I didn't, you know. I ain't touching that. Ooh-wee. Do it traditionally, I said. It'll be fun, I said. Well, that is one of the things I really miss about the days of pure 2D classical animation is the whole acknowledgement that whatever the clients want you to animate is not going to be done in 24 hours. Is, you know, they at least schedules were written and set up to accommodate for the fact that it's not going to be done in 24 hours, because classical just doesn't fucking work that way. Oh, hey, tomorrow's fair. Yeah, it's been a busy week. We're prepping a new show for presentation at MIPCOM. So lots of we got to get it done before, I think, Wednesday. Wednesday's the cutoff date. So there's lots to do and very little time to do it. Full disclosure, before anybody asks, no, I can't talk about it yet. So, yeah, don't bother asking. Because it's something we're presenting at MIPCOM, and it's purely for MIPCOM. So, we can't, we're not at liberty to discuss it yet. Not unless you're attending MIPCOM. I better make sure that. Oh, okay, that is possible. So I got my files automatically backing up to Google Drive, and if I leave that running, it would just destroy my bandwidth because it's uploading at the same time. Every time I click save, it goes to upload. Yeah, global time zones. Yeah, that's always been an issue with joining up with friends online. I used to do stop motion. I've done everything from stop motion to pixel animation to 3D. And classical, but I mean, I'm sure you guys know that. We're getting there, Scotty. We're getting there. Oh, painted cells? Yeah. It's a little hard to justify doing painted cells, because you think doing paper and pencil animation, like proper traditional, yeah, painted cells, man alive. Hey, have you ever tried to like ink a cell? That's brutal. I have mad respect for all those ladies from the days over at Disney where they would hire young ladies to ink and paint cells like with Indian ink and brush. Holy shit! Trying to ink on a cell is mental hard. Mad respect for those girls. That's one thing Demi and I were actually thinking about doing for when we hold a table at like comic conventions and stuff like that. We were thinking about doing hand done or handmade animation cells. Sell them at our table at like a comic expo or something. It's hard because controlling ink on a cell, like Jesus, you have the tiniest little twitch of your hand, and your line is screwed. And just remember, doing things on cell, there's no Control Z. So if you screw up on a line, it's screwed up. And it's staying screwed up. Yeah, you pretty much have to do the cell over again if you screw up. You can kind of try and correct it by waiting until the ink dries and then scratching it off with like a very fine razor blade. You can scratch off the ink, but yeah, if you flub a line, you pretty much have to wait until the ink dries, and then you can scratch it off and try again. I've never redrawn cells outside of, we did one when I was working at Red Rover, which is it was a feature and commercial house in Toronto. We were doing animated features and commercials, but we did a Beatrix Potter style commercial, and we basically animated the whole thing on frosted acetate cells, and did it all with pencil crayon. And with those things, if you screwed something up, if you wanted to change something, you had to scrap the whole cell. Basically, you pull that piece of plastic off the peg bar and throw it in the garbage, because there's no fixing it. There's no way to fix it. Yeah, that was educational. It's the best way I can think to put it. That was an educational project. Yes, yeah, that was a Snickers commercial. Yeah, that was the Snickers voting commercial spot. On that one, I did the elephant side of the animation. That one, I believe, is on my director's reel. Yeah, that's the nature of live streaming. It kind of flubs every now and again. Scotty, what did I get myself into? Oh, I'm going. Oh, I'm only going to be streaming for like probably another hour and a half, because I do have to work tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm not going to be streaming all night. That's for sure. Yeah, take care, Toon Fox. Probably gonna have to. One of you guys remind me to plug in my keyboard to charge after I finish streaming, or when I'm about to wrap up for the night, because I really should plug in my keyboard. See you later, man. I don't have sticky notes. That would require getting my butt out of this beanbag chair and like finding some, which, to be honest, that smacks of effort. You know, I think one of the things, or one of the reasons why I am not so fond of the cleanup process is, again, because of the this stage is where you start to see all of the mistakes you made earlier on. And I don't like to be reminded of the mistakes I made. It's one of the reasons why I really, really, really like the rough animation stage. So you're free to just go ahead and make mistakes. Like a moron. Or, I mean, like a boss. So, Scotty, you can do that with Siri? Like, I'm not a Mac user, so I don't really have a lot of experience, but you can just straight up ask Siri to just remind you to do something? That sounds like witchcraft. Are you a witch, Scotty? You booing some kind of witch's boo? Are you serious? Siri would say, yes, master? That's a little weird. Well, you know, I do have Cortana here. Like, because I'm on Windows 10. I don't know if this will work. Ask me anything. I've never used this. I've never. Oh wait, there's a microphone.
I can learn to understand you much better if I can get familiar with the way you talk. I need your permission to help.
Okay, no, go away. Never mind. I'll do that later. I don't like it when my computer talks to me. Yeah, I haven't used it before, so obviously I'm going to have to set it up. No. Volume changes. There we go. Like so. Oh, posh British accent. Would I get away with calling her a tight bit of crumpet? Ask her to polish my saber for me. More like this, dude. Well, I'm on the subscription now. Yeah, Toon Boom's kind of gone the way of Adobe in their licensing, where really the best and most, I guess, money-wise way of licensing your copy of Harmony is really, honestly, doing the subscription base, because I mean it just makes the most sense financially. If you ask me, pretty much gone are the days of outright buying your software. Yeah, I honestly think buying your software, the days of just owning your license of whatever are pretty much gone. Because it's easier to make money for the software companies if they just basically rent. You're basically renting the software. They make it more like financially attractive by offering the same software at a much cheaper price, but you end up buying it every year, or whatever your renewal period is. So in a roundabout way, yes, you're paying more for your software, but in return they offer you like free updates and the latest version, so long as you remain a subscriber. They do, yeah. They call that a perpetual license. That's where you outright buy your version, but you can do that, but basically you buy that license. So if you go to buy a license of Harmony 14.01, that's it. So if they do any kind of incremental updates or something like that, you don't get those updates. So if they go like 2 months down the road, they update to Harmony 14.05, you don't get that update because your license doesn't cover the update. So yeah, it's a pretty shitty way, but I mean, it's not just Toon Boom that's doing it. I mean, like every software company's doing that now. Some of them don't even offer a perpetual license. Like Adobe. Try and find and buy just a straight up, just buy a copy of Photoshop. You can't. You have to go on the Creative Cloud. You have to go through a subscriber base. Well, that's the gold support. The gold support equals that's your subscription level. Toon Boom has several different subscription levels. That basically entitles you to certain versions of the software. So I'm on a gold support level, to which I pay, I think, 700 Canadian dollars for every year, and that entitles me to whatever version of Harmony that I need. So I can download more than one license of Harmony if I have a freelance gig in Harmony 10.3 or 12.2 or 14. I can download multiple copies of Harmony to suit whatever version I need. And my gold support also covers Storyboard Pro. The reason for having different licenses is because not every studio is using the same version of Harmony, and some. Sorry, I'm concentrating on this. Some versions of Harmony are not backwards compatible, or forwards compatible. So, for example, if you've got a freelance gig that is using Toon Boom 10.3, and if you've got a home license of Harmony 14, you can load in that 10.3 scene file, but you can't save it in 14 and then bring it back to the studio and expect it to work, because 10.3 is not forward compatible with 14. Unfortunately. Holy friggin' crap, this USB external drive sitting in my lap is getting fucking hot. It's making me sweat. The reason I've got this USB drive next to me is because it's got an extremely short USB cord, so in order to have it plugged in, I have to have it, well, pretty much sitting next to me. And it's really, really warm and getting warmer with each minute. I should plug in my Cintiq. Getting older versions of Harmony, you can talk to a sales agent. Like I often get asked, like, what's the best way to purchase a copy of Toon Boom, and I steadfastly stick by calling them. Like, give them a call, because they will. Their salespeople are in the position to swing you a deal. Purchasing straight through the website, you're just going through the automated system, and there's really no real person behind that, so there's nobody there to sweet talk. But I mean, like, if you get a hold of a real person, you can, strike a conversation, put a little charm on, and talk yourself into a better deal. Yes, they do. They do have very good customer support. Yeah, they have very good customer support and super shitty documentation. Some of the more obscure facets of working in Harmony, I swear to friggin' God, are completely undocumented in Toon Boom. So you either have to really know what you're doing, or you have to talk to one of their techs if you want, like, some of the really obscure features in Harmony. And by obscure, I mean, like, nobody really uses these features except for the technical guys. Toon Boom Harmony is a compositor package. Toon Boom Harmony is basically Maya, a really Cadillac version of Flash, After Effects, all rolled into one package. So yeah, it's a compositor. It's pretty much everything. That's why it's so expensive. Yeah, you love it, Scotty. Yeah, well, Harmony's got a full suite of 3D tools. I can show you right now, actually. So if I zoom out of this, let me save this project first. So if you want to see an example of how Harmony is a 3D system, I built this prop, this 3D prop in Harmony. So I'll go ahead and open up the perspective view just to give you an example of that. Here's a perspective view, so I can show you. There's all it mixed in with all of the 2D assets in this shot. As you can see, that's a 3D prop in amongst all of the 2D assets. And here in this window over here, I can show you how you can manipulate it. Escape. So you'll see in this window here, I can rotate it and animate it as a 2D asset in amongst all the 3D stuff. and that's a prop that I built. It's just meant to be. It's just meant to be a, just a prop that's to be used in a shot amongst the other. See, I'm pulling it forward in Z space as well. So if I zoom out of this window and rotate the view and pan over a little bit. So again, this is the fully isometric or fully 3D view, and the object. If I go back over to the rotate tool, you can see I can animate it with its handles. And it's a fully 3D prop, and I built that. I didn't build that in a 3D software package like Maya or Blender. I built that in Harmony. And of course, all these flaps are rotatable as well. So yeah, that is a full 3D package, as well as compositor package. I get asked to show off that quite a lot. Yeah, I don't need it in the shot. So yeah, like I said, it is a full 3D package. It's just really good at 2D as well. Hello. Glad you finally made it to the stream. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't finish that drawing. What are you trying to do to me, Scotty? What? Me actually hand-drawing, animating it for you ain't good enough? Frickin' prima donna? All of a sudden, classical 2D hand-drawn animation ain't good enough for you, Scotty? I'm joking, dude. I'm joking. I tease, Scotty. I tease. I've messed around with the latest Animate CC, and I'll be honest with you, at the risk of sounding totally biased, which I kind of am, but I'm going to run with it anyway. I gotta say that Animate CC isn't even in the same league as Harmony. If you want my honest opinion. Not even in the same league. Hell, Animate CC still doesn't even have a proper camera. There's still a stage-based fielding system, which I think is utterly laughable. They're still lacking a unified palette system, and they're lacking an actual camera. So those two things alone don't make it not even in the same league. Yeah, no worries. Happy to help. Because I get asked that a lot. And when you really boil it down, a lot of people who are just straight up animators and have been using Flash as part of their career for the last several years, they will steadfastly defend Flash because, well, I'll have to agree with them. It's paid the bills over the years, but when you really look at what that software package offers, it's not even in the same league. Like it's really it's simple, and in a lot of ways it's too simple. It's got a lot of tools that are just straight up out of date. Eh, I haven't messed with this particular feature in Animate, but I did see one guy who's a popular YouTube animator. I can't remember his name at the moment, but he's done a critical assessment of Animate CC, and even he said that it's got a it does have a 3D element to it, a lot like Harmony, but it's straight up broken. Like it doesn't operate anything like the way a proper 3D package does. Since I've worked in 3D, I can honestly say that what's really stood out to me when learning Harmony as an animation package, you having a prior knowledge of working in 3D, like in Maya or Blender, it's the same kind of work environment, which is rather interesting. Well, yeah, Harmony is very expensive compared to Flash, but you have to keep in mind Harmony is, if you were to take the entire Adobe suite, like what I'm talking about is Animate, Photoshop, After Effects, all of that together. Like when you get a license of Harmony, you're getting pretty much the entire the Harmonies are Toon Boom's equivalent of the entire Adobe suite in one package. Whereas if you buy just a copy of Flash, that's all you're getting is just Flash. If you need to use Photoshop, you're gonna have to get a license of Photoshop. Blah blah blah. But Harmony's the complete package. It's got a raster-based painting package. It's got all the textures you need. It's got all the effects systems, shaders, 3D elements, that sort of thing, 3D functionality. It's all rolled into one package. So yeah, you're getting more than just just an animation suite. So that's the number one thing I get from people who are hardcore into Flash. They're always trying to stick in my face the fact that Harmony's a lot more expensive than Flash. I'm like, well, yeah, but with Flash, you're just buying a copy of Flash. That's all you're getting is just a copy of Flash. That's it. As I said earlier, Harmony is the most uh, cash flow efficient way of getting a license of Harmony is through the subscription. I'm hating that in between. I'm going to do something completely different for that. Screw whatever I drew in for the rough version. I'm going to redo that hand because I just do not like what I did. Okay, no worries, man. I wasn't aware that you were, trying to actually get some work done. If you had said it earlier, I certainly didn't catch it. It's a bit of an active chat window. I think this is going to turn out to be a better in-between than what I had originally roughed. Yeah, look at here's the difference. See, this is why I say that the tightening up stage of classical animation is the stage where you see the most. It's the most humbling of all the stages because you end up seeing what you drew originally in the rough version, and going by what the onion skinning for tight in-betweens says, you quickly realize that your arcs are wrong and you made a bunch of mistakes. Oh, excuse me, I'm a bit burpy tonight. We had Mexican for dinner and it was delicious. It was most decadent. Oh, see, that works way better. Oh my god, what was I thinking? Yes. But the thing was, like, I was flipping before, but I guess you can get lost in your own line work when doing classical, and sometimes you just you make this you just straight up make mistakes. It happens. Yeah, that hand works way better now. Look at that rotation. Ah, yeah, way better. Save that. You want to do an avatar for me, Scotty? You know what? If you want to do that, that is totally cool by me. What about that new character I did, Leah? Like Lloyd's sister? Do you want to try that? I think at American studios like where they're doing Rick and Morty, I think they are doing that traditionally. I think. Question mark? I don't know. I'm guessing. The reason I'm doing this project in oh shit. I totally forgot. I need to put that line between her eyes. I'm a dope. Oh well. It's just one line. I can slam that sucker in there. How do you color a whole layer with flat color? I'm not sure what you're talking about, a whole layer. Like, what specifically are you asking about? Yeah, that's my question. I'm not really sure what they're talking about. This is such a goofy facial expression. I love it. Holy crap, is it ever windy outside? Jeez Louise. Oh, hey, Scruff. Well, it ain't 10:30 yet. Not in this neck of the woods, anyway. I'm pretty sure it'll last for the rest of the stream. I just got to make sure to plug it in before I stream again. So, general footnote: I'll be plugging it in when I wrap up this stream. Thanks for the reminder. As much as I like the convenience of Bluetooth keyboards, they do have their annoyances. I love the texture of this line. Oh my god. Yeah, the blend modes, those are handled in Harmony via the. Sorry, there's Windows a bit in the way here. Where's my node library? Okay, here we go. Okay, in here, Harmony's got all of these basically nodes that. These handle a whole bunch of different things. If I go under the filter category, we've got all kinds of stuff in here, like channel selector, hue, saturation, that sort of thing. And the thing that you're looking for would be under combine, and we have the blending module. In there, or the blending node, I should say. In here we have, I don't know how well your the stream, or how well you're seeing the stream, if its resolution is high enough. You'll see under with the a blend node, you've got that normal, multiply, screen, lighten, darken, difference, add, subtract, hard light, divide, replace, soft light, linear light, blah 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 blah. That's all built in right there, and you just attach it to whatever piece of artwork that you need it to attach to. That's a lot like something in either Blender or Maya. It has a very similar system. So, since Harmony likes to lean more towards the same kind of interface as popular 3D packages, they opted to make the interface a little bit more like Maya or something like that instead of Photoshop. Hi, Elsie Kitty. No, you stay out of my water. You stay out of my water. That's a good girl. I'd say you do, Scotty. If that counts. I don't know. It's up to you, dude. Whatever you like. Don't make me regret letting you do that. You filthy bugger. Whoa, me? way better maintenance of volumes. I see Scruff has discovered the subscriber custom icons and avatars. By the way, I'm told that I was having a conversation with one of the Picardo devs, and from what they tell me, they're going to be bumping up my. I made a humble request that they allow me to have more than just the standard 10 custom emote icons, and they agreed. They said they think it's a fun idea, and I believe either in October or November they will be bumping up my custom emote icon set to 50. So it'll be going up from 10, or just 10 custom ones, to 50 custom ones. So that's going to be pretty sweet. I'm pretty excited about that, personally. You know what? I'll honestly see what I can do, because they've been. I can't pronounce the guy's name because he's German and he's got a very, 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 very German name. So I can look it up in my email, but I have no chance in hell of ever being able to pronounce it. Yeah, he's a super nice guy, and he's been talking to me and asking me what if I had any thoughts about the quote user experience of Picardo. So yeah, one of the things I'm going to be asking him if he can get moving is subscribers of certain channels being able to use their his or use their subscriber icons outside of the channel. Helmut, Werner, Eckart. Friedrich. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. You know, when I was talking to him over email, I should make it very clear. I was talking to him over email. He made it very clear that he was interested in my input, and I was at the time I was talking to him. I was more focused on what he was offering. Like I said, he was offering me 50 freaking slots, so that's pretty exciting. But I forgot to ask him about using them outside of that particular channel for subscribers. Pay for the pizza. Or face the wrath. By the way, Scotty, you can find that the design I did for Leah on my DA page. I'm sure you know where it is. Sure you're fully capable of finding it. Hi, Sharky. What you doing? Don't you claw that chair. Oops. Man, it's been a few days since I've worked on this. I forgot where I didn't finish off my keys. Dope. Oops. Cheaty, cheaty shortcut. It was intended to be the same drawing anyway. Same pose anyway. I think a lot of us suffer from that, dude. Hell, it's getting close to my bedtime now, and I'm still very productive. Hell, I only started about, what, just barely a couple of hours ago, and I've already got a quarter of this cleaned and tweened. And the rest roughed out tight. Alrighty, folks, it's hit 10:30 here. I think I am gonna save and wrap up for the night. Unless you guys got any questions for me, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you got before I wrap up. As the window makes a cacophonous noise. You should see the cats in the office. They're all freaked out by the slats in the window blind blowing in the breeze. Kind of freaked out by it. If you need to get up at 5 a.m., what the heck are you doing staying up late? Yeah, I'll definitely plug in that keyboard. I got your video files stored here on the USB drive too. Nice and safe. Yep. Nice and safe. You will get your replay, sir. Or time lapse, I guess is the proper term. Kill it, Sharky. Kill it. It made fun of your mother. Kill it. Sharky kitty, you're the one. Alrighty, folks. I guess that's it. I'm gonna wrap up. I got a busy day at work tomorrow, so I gotta head into bed. But thanks for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it, and hope to see everybody showing up for the next few streams that I've got as I try to finish this sucker up. Anyhow, thanks for showing up, everybody. Sorry, Adelor, for wrapping up as soon as you get here, but yeah, a little bit of a late arrival. But hopefully you make it around for the next stream. Keep an eye on my Twitter, my Tumblr, and those Picardo